This CNN podcast is brought to you by BP.
Welcome to Denver in the 2008 Democratic National Convention. This is the CNN Grill, which is one of the headquarters where CNN will be spending a lot of its time, a lot of our time during the convention. We're right across the street from the Pepsi Center, and that's actually where I'm going right now. Pepsi Center is the location of the convention where for the first 3 nights of the convention, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the Democrats will hold court. On the 4th night of the convention, Thursday night, the Democrats are going to move over to Mile High Stadium in Vesco Field, where Barack Obama will give his acceptance speech. So you do your thing and then focus back on the number. At any given moment, we're thinking about the overall coverage. We've got an enormous event to put together. But each day we have individual television programs and news that develops, and we have to think about the political news that happens throughout the convention and throughout the day. You'll see CNN's anchor position is actually on the floor of the convention. It's a platform. The whole idea of anchoring from the floor is to put us in the middle of the action, put us in the middle of the hubbub, if you will. Okay, I'm going upstairs. See you all. CNN also has 6 skyboxes for other camera positions for some of our guests, and also our engineering and our control room so that we can monitor what's going on in the hall. So this is where I'll be during the convention broadcast, because from up here in our skybox we have a complete view of the floor. From up here I can talk to the all of our anchors and reporters that are down on the anchor platform, are reporters that are across the hall, but I can also talk to the CNN control room in New York that's assembling the entire productions. Okay, if you want to look up, you're facing me. Wait, no, turn to your right, turn to your right. I'm in a skybox waving. Hello, Jessica. Rachel, wave, if you can hear me. Oh, right, I love it. Okay, what do you think of that, Rachel? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay, good.
You never really know exactly how to prepare. I mean, we all have huge booklets and with a lot of background information that I read all the time. Been reading for a couple of weeks now, but a lot of this is just news that breaks and trying to cover things. A lot of this is, from the politician side, they try to have this as orchestrated as possible. And so, some of it is just following the action on the stage, but you never know what's going to happen. Right now they're rehearsing this band, so it's kind of funny when you're broadcasting, all of a sudden the band will start, singing like a Whitney Houston tune, and we all have these earpieces that, these are our kind of microphones, but our earpieces basically block out a lot of the sound. So, because the danger is that if you don't have that, you end up yelling. Not only will your voice go out, but you end up sounding bad on television. The other key thing to have are these passes that basically allow you onto the floor. And for security reasons, every day they change. So it's a constant, you have to constantly keep updated about what pass works and where does it work. And so you spend about half your time talking about passes with everybody. Sort of, I guess, backstage, this is kind of the subterranean entrance to the Pepsi Center. It's actually easier to come this way because you avoid all the crowds outside in the actual hall. Watch out for that. I don't know. So I hadn't heard that. So if our aim is to get delegates drunk and get information from them, that's the idea of the CNN Grill. That's what you're saying? I hadn't heard that, but hey, if that works, that'll be interesting. We'll see.
We need it because we need to eat and we need to drink. That's what a lot of people do at conventions. They eat, they drink. We've got a grill here, and it's going to be packed all week long. Politicians, journalists, others are all going to be coming over here. We're going to have a chance to talk to some of them and see what's going on. Journalists have been known to have a beer once in a while, maybe a glass of wine. Occasionally they do that. I've heard about that. I've read about it in various books and novels, but we got some drinks here. I think the politicians will be drinking mostly. Journalists are going to be working really hard. They're not going to have a whole lot of time for those alcoholic beverages. One thing you'll see a lot here are televisions, and you know what? My favorite channel. That would be CNN, and you can see it's CNN HD in high definition. We're not just stenographers. We don't just report what we hear. We dig, we dig, we dig. Sometimes that means digging right here at the CNN Grill, including at the CNN Bar. Take a look at this. It's a new ale. It's called Red Ale, and it's a special brew. It's called the CNN Brew, and it's brewed in Denver, Colorado. And it's brewed since 2008. This is high quality red ale, CNN Brew. I'd love you to try it. Too bad you're not here.
When you're dealing with a convention here, there is so many media outlets. I mean, how do you keep a competitive edge against these media outlets?
Because we're the best. You know, we're the best political team on television. Is that right?
You heard it there first.
And this is Edie Emery. She's the best public relations person on television, too. She makes me look good, and that's very important. Thank you, Edie.
You are quite welcome.
We've got about 200 folks here from CNN, and that is to service all of the platforms that CNN reaches. So it's one big, happy, and exhausted family.
Midnight, we're pulling the plug.
The guys need to break down and set up at Invesco, okay?
But Tent City has sprung up immediately, I mean overnight, in a matter of hours. Every network from around the world that was covering the event inside the Pepsi Center had to pick up and move a lot of complicated equipment and build it up here at the stadium. And you've got folks from every corner of the globe here reporting on this story. You know, there's this kooky electricity buzzing about out there, and that adds to the whole sense of this being a very unique event. David Borman, who's our genius executive producer of political coverage, had this idea to use the Skycam in order to give viewers, again, another viewpoint they can't get anywhere else. CNN Skycam is intended to give viewers as close a view and as unique a view of this historic event as possible. The number one goal is super high quality journalism presented with incredibly high energy and passion. And you can tell right away whether you're achieving that goal or not. Fortunately, we have hit the ball, literally here at Invesco Stadium, hit the ball out of the park, I think. Night after night in our election coverage, much as we do with our daily news coverage, our convention coverage for sure, and that's what we're aiming to do with all of our election coverage. The ratings tend to follow quality. The better we do on the air, the more people watch us. The audience is rooting for CNN to be as great as it can possibly be. And we're very focused on doing exactly that, breaking our own world record every time out, so to speak.
I'm Wolf Blitzer. Every weekday, I wrap up the stories rocking the political world in our new video podcast. Go to iTunes or CNNPolitics.com and be sure to subscribe to CNN equals Politics Daily.